Guys, it's Natalia. Welcome back to Glossy Confidential. I have been missing for quite some time. I've had a few people message me recently asking if I'm coming back, what I'm doing. I am back. I'm really excited to be back. I've just had... Basically, I burnt myself out. I've got so many things going on outside my outside of YouTube. I've sort of set myself probably an unrealistic goal for blogging. I was trying to do 5 uploads a week, and which I was keeping up with for a while. And then between that and the kids started school, and as school gets busier and busier, the kids get busier and busier, and then towards the end of the term it became like taekwondo exams, so I was just going back and forward, and my husband doesn't have a car at the moment, so I'm sort of driving him around places. It's sort of one of those situations where when you do everything all the time and you can do so much, that becomes the norm, and that's sort of what people expect of you. And so I just sort of found out that I just going at 100 miles an hour for pretty much the first 3 months of the year, and then I just hit a wall and I just died. So I literally haven't sat in front of this camera for literally 2 months, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too rusty and I don't have to edit too much out. I was going to come back a month ago, but then I spent the last month sort of, for those of you who don't know, I've got French Bulldogs, and my husband is a vet, so my husband and I've actually sort of started blogging for him as well, so I'm going to link that blog down below if you are interested in French Bulldogs at all, or like puppy photos or whatever. That took almost an entire month to sort of launch that and get that up and running, so I'm now sort of managing 2 blogs, mine as well as his. And so I'm sort of going to be cutting down my time on this blog, but also increasing my time on that blog. But still, fingers crossed, not going to be getting to myself to that point where I'm going to burn out again. So that's kind of where I've been. I am back, and I'm really, really excited to be back. So thank you for everyone who sent me messages and just making sure that I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I just needed to have a time out. But I'm here today to share something really exciting with you. I am obsessed with some eyeshadows that I found recently, and I just really want to share them with you because I am, like, seriously, these are hands down the best eyeshadows I've ever used in my entire life. So the ones I'm talking about are the new artist eyeshadows from Makeup Forever. I've got this giant palette, and I picked this one up ages and ages ago. I've never used it. No, I did use it a little while ago to have my MAC eyeshadows, but the magnet in this wasn't strong enough with the MAC magnet, and this dropped once and my MAC eyeshadows went everywhere, broke. It was a huge, horrible, painful mess, and I haven't used it since. But now that I've got some Makeup Forever shadows, I have started to fill it up, and as you can see, there's quite a few of them there, and I'm needing to fill this up. I find that I'm going back every week to buy more eyeshadows because they are that amazing. I first experienced the new Makeup Forever eyeshadows when I got this little set here from Sephora back. Oh, last time I did a Sephora order, which was, I can't remember last time I ordered from America. But this is the Makeup Forever, what is this? Studio case, and this was sort of when they first relaunched all their eyeshadows. For those of you who don't know, Makeup Forever at the end of last year, or whenever it was, maybe it must have been sometime last year, it was their 10th anniversary, and they actually pulled the entire eyeshadow line off the shelves. Like every single eyeshadow that they had, they discontinued, they reformulated, they re-released them, and they are absolutely amazing. So this was the first experience that I had with them. This kit here has 12 of the different shadows, but they're a miniature size, but it does give you a good idea of what the eyeshadows are like. The eyeshadows do come in 5 different finishes. There's matte, there's satin, iridescent, metallic, and diamond shade. Now, matte is obviously matte. Satin is slightly not as matte. Metallic is a really beautiful metallic. Iridescent are the ones that sort of have a bit of an iridescent changing color hue to it. And then obviously the diamond shades are the ones that are really gorgeous, got glitter through it, but it's not cheap, tacky, chunky glitter like some of the other eyeshadows in different brands do. The glitter in these diamond eyeshadows is beautiful, finely milled, just gorgeous, diamondy sort of glitter. Is absolutely beautiful. And one thing I do like about the diamond shades in these particular eyeshadows from Makeup Forever is as you blend, the glitter just doesn't fall out. Like I've got some brands that have got glitter in them, and if you blend them at any amount of blending, it actually just makes the glitter fall out all over your face and you've got none left on your eyes. These diamond shadows don't do that. They are beautiful. So I will actually probably do a full swatches of these because these ones are 12 shades that I haven't got in the full size. So you can sort of get an idea of the shades, and if you want something like from this one, then you can just sort of order them in the full size. I get all my Makeup Forever from PM Studios here in Sydney. They do have an online store. I'm going to link them down below. I did see that they have this still available in their store for, I think it's down to from $65 down to $55 perhaps. I could be wrong, but I'll double check everything and leave links down below if you are interested in picking this one up. I'm not sure if I've seen this on their website. It may only be available in the physical store if you want to go in there and check it out. But it's a really, really good little kit if you want to get an idea for the eyeshadows. And there's some absolutely beautiful, beautiful colours in there. So as I said, I will do full swatches and a review of these ones so you can get an idea for that. But for now I'm going to talk about the full-size pans. The full-size pans, you can get them in little compacts. You can buy the compacts separately, or you can just buy sort of a palette like this. Now the pans come in just in this little clear case like that, and then that is inside the box so you can see the colour through the packaging. These eyeshadows retail for $24 each. Some people might think that's a little bit expensive. Personally, for the quality of the eyeshadow, I think it is an absolute bargain. I think these, you could probably pay a lot more for these and you'd still get your money's worth. So $24, and in each shade you get 2.5 grams of product. And just for a sort of a comparison, a MAC single eyeshadow here, this is just the individual pan, not in the clamshell. The single individual pan here from MAC is $26, so you're paying $2 extra, but you only get 1.5 grams of product here. So 1.5 grams of product, 2.5 grams of product, and you're saving $2. It is a bargain. So one thing I do also want to mention, when I was in PM Studios last week buying some more of these eyeshadows, I did notice there that they have a yearly membership that you can join, and I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. This is just a company that I think are amazing. They've got fantastic customer service. I'm really, really love supporting them. They sell Makeup Forever here in Sydney, and I've been buying Makeup Forever from them for years, and I will continue to support them. But I thought it was a really good deal for those of you who are wanting to buy these eyeshadows. You can pay $45 membership, and that will last an entire year from whenever you purchase it. But part of that membership, you actually get 20% off your entire order, which makes these Makeup Forever eyeshadows $19.20, which is an even bigger bargain. So I think it's a good value, $24 anyway, but if you can actually get that membership and make the price a little bit lower, you know, who wouldn't want that? Anyway, into the eyeshadows. I've got at least one of each eyeshadow. So this is the colours that I have chosen so far. These are the matte shades here. These are my metallic shades. These are the two satins, the iridescent and the diamond shade. I'm going to just go through the matte shades first because these ones that I think are just the most beautiful. The first shade I've got here is M846. Now the M obviously stands for matte. These do have names, but none of the eyeshadows and products have got names on the packaging. You just know them by a number, which kind of annoys me because I like my eyeshadows to have names, little quirky names, is sort of what they already know sort of what shade it is. I'm not going to be able to remember if I do a makeup look. I'm not going to remember, hey, that was M832. Otherwise I'll remember, hey, that's port wine red or something, you know. I can remember a name more than I can remember numbers. That is something that doesn't annoy me about Makeup Forever, but it's just what they do. Anyway, this is M846. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous red shade. Can you see that? Can you see the pigmentation? It is insane. I love these eyeshadows. So that is that one. This one is, this is M842, and this is a bit more of a dusty sort of rose colour. It's coming off a little bit darker. Can you see that? That is like just one swipe. Oh. Okay, so if you've seen my videos for a while or been reading my blog, you would know that matte purples are the most frustrating eyeshadow for me. I love purples, I love matte colours, but I cannot find a company that does matte purples well without it being too patchy. They can quite often be too chalky, they don't blend very nicely. They're just not the easiest colour. For whatever reason, purple is the main culprit across the board. I've got MAC, some of the matte purples from MAC are some of the worst I've ever tried. Even Makeup Geek ones, some of the purples, they just haven't quite got it. But this is one from Makeup Forever. Like, it is just a beautiful purpley sort of grape shade, and I freaking love it. I need a wipe. Now this colour here is M738, and it is a mid-tone warmish brown. So you can sort of see those shades there. These are just the matte colours, and this was like one swipe, just a quick over there, and that is the pigmentation on those eyeshadows. to die for. Matte shades are on point. The formulation is beautiful. They're smooth, they're creamy, they blend beautifully. They're not at all patchy. They just, oh, love them. Okay, I'm going to try the shimmer, the satin shades on this hand. I've got S604, which looks like this. It's a bit more of like a warmy sort of rosy browny sort of colour. I am going to have full swatches and photos, proper photos and stuff on my blog, so go and check that out. I'm going to link that down below. So look at the colour of that. These ones are a little bit, they're not as matte as these ones, so they're a little bit more buttery, but they still blend nicely, but they're not at all shimmery. They're just a little bit softer than your typical matte. And this one here I've got here is another purple, and this one is S836, and this one I wore the other day underneath my lower lash line, just smudged under there, and it was just beautiful. Like, those two colours are really, really lovely. Beautiful smudgy transition shades under lash line shades. They're just really two beautiful, beautiful shades there. And as I said, they do blend out so nicely because they are that satin finish. They're not quite as dry and as matte as the matte. There you go. Okay, so the iridescent shade I've got here is like this beautiful olive green shade. This one is I328. So it's got like the olive green gold sort of shimmer to it. It is just beautiful. Blends amazingly. I am in love with deep greens and burgundies at the moment. I love autumn and winter. I just love the sort of colours you can get in autumn and winter. This one here is a metallic shade, and this is ME644, and it's a bit more of like a warmish sort of bronzy shade. Like, I don't even see how metallic that is. I don't know if you can really see in this light just how metallic that one is, but you can see it. It's just beautiful. So pigmented, so soft, so buttery. It's just, it's like, I can't even describe them. If you get a chance to go into a store that sells Makeup Forever, go and check out PM Studios if you're in Sydney, and just play with the eyeshadows. Like, there were so many of them. The first time I was there, I was there for almost 2 hours just swatching eyeshadows. I had them, and they're really pigmented. They can have a tendency to stain as well. Like, I had swatches all up my arm and I'm trying to get them off, and it was a hot mess. But I love them. The next one I've got here is another purple. I love my purples, you probably all know that. This one is a metallic ME930. So that is the purple one I've got. That's a metallic one. It is just beautiful. I can actually mix these two together, put this one on the lid, just put this one in the outer corner. It's just beautiful, deep, smoky sort of purpley look. Loved it. The next metallic one I've got here is ME840. This is a little bit more of a pinky purple, but it's, oh, I love it. Look at them. They're so pretty. So pigmented. So that is those ones there. And the last shade I've got here is a diamond shade. I've only got one of these, and the reason I got this one is because I was reading Kat, her blog Kit Snitch. I'm going to link that one down below as well. I'm going to link her post where she swatched this, because she's a lot fairer than me, so you're going to have an idea of what it's like on her fair skin compared to my darker skin. But this is just absolutely beautiful. This is D708, so it's that diamond finish. It's like a copper with a hint of pink, but it's also got like that beautiful iridescent sort of glittery sparkle through it. I don't know if this light is giving it any justice whatsoever. I'm going to have, as I said, a link down below to a blog post that's got all of these swatches up close so you can really see what they look like. But that is just an absolutely gorgeous. That's probably more of a summer shade for me. But as soon as I saw it on Kat's blog, I had to get it. It's absolutely beautiful. I actually messaged her on my way to PM Street. She's like, what was that colour? And she had to look it up at work. Love it. I really, really love that shade. So that is the start of my Makeup Forever artist eyeshadow collection. I am addicted to these things. I think, seriously, if I could get rid of every single eyeshadow palette, if I had no eyeshadows in the world and I had to only buy one thing, it would be these eyeshadows, because you don't need anything else. Like, now that I've got these and now that I'm going to collect them, I don't know if I'm going to be touching any of my other eyeshadows, because these are just amazing. I will keep doing more swatches, and this video will probably get updated more regularly, because this is not full yet and it needs to be full. So I'm sort of making it my little mission to go every single week to PM Studios and just pick up a few more shades every week. And as I said, I'm going to have my blog post down below so you can see full swatches of all the eyeshadows up close, so you can sort of get a better idea. I don't know if this light's really doing it justice. I'm also going to have a link to PM Studios down below and the details details about the membership in case you wanted to, because that will, as I said, bring the price down to, I think, what did I say, $19.20? Yeah, that will bring the price of the eyeshadows down to $19.20 each, which is just... I don't know, I can't even tell you how amazing that is. It's just... So that's it for this video, guys. I am back. I'm really, really glad to be back as well. Thank you everyone for sticking with me while I was gone. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. I'll have a link to my blog post down below, which I think I said that anyway. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.